Hello guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Prince from PrincePixeltz. Today I'm bringing you guys a new video, but this one is gonna be a little different. As you all know, I have a full pack of retouching action for Photoshop, and most of you already bought them and some of you are not, but anyway, I've just got so many requests to make a video on how to use my action. So today I decided to make a video specific for this action pack and how to use every action in the pack. This action is contained like 35 action in it, and if you want to get your copy, please click the link in the very top of the description. Follow me on Instagram at PrincePixeltz. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe and join a family. Also, click the bell icon so you can be the first to get notification every time I upload a new video. Let's get started. Here is the section where you can upload load the action. So if you open your Photoshop, please go to the window and action. The action tab will open. So I don't have any action here. So for right corner here, go to the load action and the window will open. So select where your action is that you download. Mine is on the desktop, so you can double click, or you can single click then load. So this is the same thing. As you can see, here is my action pack, a folder, and contain all the actions here. But what I like to do is I set my action, click here on the right corner, then set to button mode. For the first one, I like lock background, frequency separation 8-bit, frequency separation 16-bit, frequency separation 16-bit, but this one is advanced. Black and white check layer, skin softening, auto dodge and ban, global dodge and ban, macro dodge and ban, and so many. So this is a full pack, guys. If you want to retouch your image to look like mine, make sure you copy this action pack, linking in the description. And if you are not following me on Instagram, please check me out on Instagram, the same name as here, PrincePixeltz. Yeah, follow me there. Okay guys, let's start. Before we start, let's open a demonstration image. Let's open this one. Okay, first action is lock background. So assume your image is not locked background. Yeah, assume it is like this. So if we have to create a lock background, just hit the first action and your background will be locked in. Okay, the second action is frequency separation 8-bit, and the third one is frequency separation 16-bit. This action work the same, but not in every image. So you have to check your image whether it's 16-bit or 8-bit. If you shoot your image in RAW, obviously it's gonna be 16-bit. If you are editing a JPEG image, your image is gonna be 8-bit. To check whether your image is 16-bit or 8-bit, all you have to do is go to the image up here, then mode, and check here the channel, 8-bit channel, 16-bit channel, 32-bit channel. So if your image is 16, it's gonna be like this. If it is 8-bit, the check is gonna be up here. Okay, so in this case mine is 16-bit because I should draw this image. Okay, now I'm gonna run a frequency separation 16-bit. To create a proper radius, all you have to do is slightly decrease this to 0. Okay, then find where your image has a lot of skin, in this case here in the forehead. Okay, gonna check here on the forehead. Then I'm gonna start gradually increase this radius until all the texture disappear. When you start to see the texture disappear, then you stop right there. Okay, let me increase, zoom out a little, increase. In this case mine is gonna be at 7. Okay, 7. Then I'm gonna stop here. Okay, now my frequency variation has been created. Okay, this is loss, which is low skin, and this is texture. Okay guys, if you don't know how to use a frequency variation, I will make a video about that. Actually, I have a lot of video in my channel, you can check them out. Okay, this one is 16-bit, and this one, let's run, is 8-bit. Okay, so whether your image is 16 or 8-bit, run action accordingly. Okay, just like so. I'm going faster because I don't want this video to be very long. So for action is advanced frequency separation, but this one is 16-bit. This one is advancedly a bit, not too much. I'm gonna show you why it is advanced. We do the same here. Bring down this radius, find where your image has a lot of texture. Okay, then gradually increase until you see all the texture disappear. Guys, remember, you cannot use the same radius on all your image. So images are very differently, so you have to create each time a different radius according to your image and the skin texture. Okay, okay. Now this one is advanced because I copied the skin layer, put it above, then I copied the texture too and put it above. Okay, so the thing is, when you paint on the skin texture and it's getting messy, okay, you can delete, okay, and copy the below one and start painting again. Okay, this is because I'm using this one. Okay, I like to use this one because when I do something wrong that I can undo, I delete the layer and I start it over again. Okay, yep.
Okay, let me close this one, delete. Next action is check layer, black and white check layer. Okay, why black and white? This black and white thing helps you to see the details, highlights the flow of highlight and shadow, so without distract of any color. So let's say you are using a frequency separation. Let me run quickly. Okay. All I like to do is I create a black and white. So whether I paint on the skin, I only focus on the shadow, midtone, and highlight. Okay. Let me use this pen. Okay. I use this. Okay. Before, after. Before, after. Just like so. So I like to use the black and white because I don't want to get a distract of the colors, so I focus on the highlights and shadows. So okay, just like so. Before, after, before, after. Yeah. So after complete a frequency separation, you can delete the black and white. Okay. Yeah. Before, after, before, after. Now, next action, which is skin softening. I like to use this when it is a picture of a baby. Okay. I'm running this. Okay. This is an only way and a simple way to create a smooth skin, but I don't really use this that much, but I'm sure some people do, so I had to create this one for my people. Okay, setting the radius, in this case 13. Click OK. Set the text, my texture. In this case, it's always good. 6. Okay. This one is the simplest, guys, because you are using a normal brush. Your mask is black, so obviously your foreground should be in white. Then use a normal brush, a soft round normal brush. Okay, soft round normal brush. Make sure your hardness is at 0. That's 0. Then your brush at a minimum size. Then your flow and opacity should be around 100. Okay, then start painting over the skin to make it smooth. Okay, it's like so. So I'm using I like to use this when it is a photo of a baby, a newborn. So I'm using this image as a demonstration because I currently not have a picture of a baby. Okay, just like so. This one before, after, before. Don't know if you guys can see the. Let me zoom a bit. Zoom a bit. Before, after, before. So as you can see here, I painted over. So to clean that up is to change the black to black, to the white to black, You can click this corner right here, or you can click you can hit the X button on your keyboard to switch between black and white. In this case, I'm gonna erase what I painted with black because white shows, black hides. Use the same brush and I paint over. Okay, yeah. You can see before, after, before, after. Okay, you can take all the time you have to create a nice image. Up to the next action is auto dodge and burn. And the way auto dodge and burn works is, let me first run the action. Here we go. This is color range, guys. On the color range, you select the highlights. So when you run the action, it will automatically be selected the action. So what you have to do is to range mostly of your highlight. Reduce the fuzziness. Yeah, just like so. Okay, then click OK. Select shadow, which it will be selected automatically. Then range the shadow. The shadow, just like so. Okay, there you go. So this is before, after, before, after. This is auto dodge and burn. You can use this auto dodge and burn if you do have a lot of image to edit and you wanna go faster. Okay. Before, after, before, after. As you can see, it applied even on our hard dress. So we have to remove from this part. So you have to click on the mask, then pick a normal brush, set your normal brush to a soft round. Okay, then your opacity should be in 100 and flow 100. Then make sure your foreground is black. To toggle between black and white is to hit the X button on your keyboard. Okay, now you can start erase the dress just like so. Okay, so before, after, before, after. This is how auto dodge and burn works, guys. Okay, let me delete here this one. Let's go to the next action. Next we have dodge and burn, global dodge and burn. Let me first copy this. Alright. Copy the image. So we use the copy layer. Let me run global dodge and burn. How global dodge and burn works is enhancing the highlights and brightness the highlights and darken the shadow to create a nice contrast to shape our image. Okay, so dodge and burn. Let me open this layer. As you can see, okay, dodge, button, and darken. Okay, So we're gonna use the normal softy brush, which is the first one on your brushing. Your opacity should be around 100 and your flow at 1%. Okay, since our mask is black, we are going to paint using the white, because we want to reveal what is underneath. Okay, as I told you guys, the white shows and black hides. Okay, since our mask is black, we have to paint with white. Okay, before I do that, you have to create a black and white, because we want to focus more on the brighten and darken and not the color. So we have to dark our image a little bit. Yeah, so now you see a bright part and a dark part. So reduce your brush, small brush, then start painting on the undo, Control Z. This is dodge means brighten, and this is burn means darken. So we brighten the highlights and darken the shadows. So let's start with the highlights. On the highlights, we're gonna paint like this, slowly. Okay, before, after. Sorry, I did a mess here. Let me erase. To erase it, just toggle click X to toggle between black and white, foreground and background, then erase here, back to the white, then start painting the white area, highlight. Okay, use your brush, slightly. Okay, increase your brush. Okay, so this is just a demonstration, guys. After you did every part here, now it is time to darken the shadows, just like this. This is shadows. Okay, shadow. The same flow, 1% and same opacity, 100%. Shadows. Okay, turn this off. Before, after, as you can see. Okay, done with global dodging burn. Let's jump to another action. First, let me delete this. Yes. Another action is micro dodging burn. Let's run micro dodging burn. Before we get into micro dodging burn, I wanna tell you this. Micro dodging burn is working differently from global dodging burn. I can say is working opposite of global dodging burn. What I mean about that? Let me show you. Before we do anything from this micro dodging burn,
we should create a check layer. Okay, this is another action, guys. Another action, a check layer. You should let me this yeah, remove this. We can check. Let me show you what I mean about you see this black badge right here? This means this is highlight, okay, because this layer is invite. Okay, so the bright part should be showing as a darkest part, and the brightest part, it is a darkest part. Okay, so this section here it shows dark but it is bright. Let me show you. This is dodge, this one is dodge, this band. I created two layers, so let's use this band because I told you this is a bright part now, and we want to make it dark, so we are burning this area. Okay, so take a normal brush, soft round, make sure it is a soft round brush. Okay, soft round brush. The foreground should be white. Okay, your floor, this is important, the floor should be 1% of a floor and 100% for opacity. Okay, now let's paint to make this section dark. As you can see, this is before, this is after. You can see we are starting matching the other part. Okay, let's say we have to, you can see there's dark part here, but this doesn't mean dark, it is brightest part, so we have to make it dark. It sounds confusing, but you have to know this. Okay, as you can see we are matching, but what if we turn this layer off? Okay, here, remember, here and here. Let's see before. You can see after. So we are matching this part. So why we remove this? Let's say there is part of the model's body, sorry, have to be bright, so you have to darken that part. So, and some part is brightened, is darkened, so, and it doesn't have to be darkened, so you have to brighten that part. Let's say this part here. Okay, let me turn my check layer on. It shows bright, but it is dark, so we have to brighten that part. Okay, let me use the dodge now. So there is some part that is bright, but you have to make that part darker, and there is some part which is darker and you have to make them bright. Okay, so this part, I'm just showing you guys because this image is gonna be different with yours. Okay, let me turn this check layer off and see the before, after, before, after. Okay, so there is a micro dodging band. I think it is more complicated to understand, but I'm sure you'll get it. Okay, Yeah, to see the complete before, after, before, after. So it is better to use this first, to use the micro dodging band first to cover these small sections before running a frequency separation. Okay, so after you do this, okay, then and when you are satisfied with the result, so you can start creating a frequency separation and smooth your skin. Okay, another action is increase highlight. Let's click the action. As you can see, our highlight is pop now. Let's say your image is low highlighted, so you can run this simple to increase your highlight. And let's say you don't want your highlights to be everywhere. Maybe it is you want it to be on the body. Okay, so you have to erase from the other parts. To erase, use the brush, normal brush. Your foreground should be black, since we are hiding from the other parts. Increase your brush. Your flow should be around 100 and opacity also. Then start erase from the other parts that you don't want. Increase from her dress. This is highlighted already, so we don't want it more. Okay, move from here. Okay, so this is before, this is after. Yeah, another action, create check layer. This is a check layer, guys. So if you wanted to remove some blemishes on the skin, turn this on, skin blemishes. As you are turn on, this is how it will look. Let me zoom out a bit. So we have to increase the redness, the highlight, the reds. Okay, as you can see now, we are seeing the textures on her body. Okay, here. Okay, now solarize. I will make a video special for this. Let's leave it for today. This one is a black and white. This is simple black and white because this is a solid color. When you change yours to white or black, neutral colors, any neutral color, let's say from gray, white or black. Okay, then change the blend mode to saturation. It's gonna be your image is gonna be in black and white. Okay, and the invert I showed you earlier about the micro dodging band. So you can use this and this too to clean up your image. Yeah, back to another action is eyes makeover. This is eyes makeover. Let me run this one. From this eyes makeover, let's first open this folder. Let me expand here. There is actually like some actions
but when you run this, remember to close this one. This group is open. Let's close this. Yeah, it should be like this. Okay, there is clean eyes, the first layer. Second, clean teeth, and brightness, darkness, and change color. Let's start with clean eyes. So this one here, let's say all of these layers, we're gonna use a normal brush, just a normal brush here, and make sure your opacity is some around 25, your flow 25, and opacity you can leave it as it is 100. Since our mask is black, we should change the foreground to white, because we wanted to reveal what is underneath this mask. So let me zoom through her eyes like so. Back to brush, reduce your brush, decrease your brush, then make sure your brush is soft round. Okay, then start painting over the eyes, painting over the eyes. Decrease your brush, paint over the eyes, painting. Yes. Okay, your flow can be like 20, 50, even 100, but remember to reduce opacity when the effect is too much. You don't want to make your image look fake. Okay, yeah, reduce your around 70% is okay. So as you can see, this is before, this is after. Back to another layer here. This one is for teeth. So since we don't have teeth in this image, we can leave that. Okay, we can leave that. Okay, but if she has lips, teeth here, you can use this layer to paint over her teeth. Okay, back to another layer. This is bright. Okay, there is some pattern this in the eyes. You have to brightness to give it a brightness look. Let me show you. Use a normal brush, and on the brightness we have to use a whitey foreground color. Make sure your foreground is white. Okay, your opacity should be 100, but your flow should be around 10, like so. Then we have to brightness this part, maybe, okay, maybe it's a little bit shiny, yeah. So remember, you have to paint on the layer, not layer mask, on the layer. Okay, before, after, before, after. When you see it is too much, always reduce the opacity. Okay, another layer, darkness. So there is some part in the eyes we have to make it darker, okay, to create a nice contrasty. Toggle from white to black, or click X on your keyboard and let's paint. Okay, paint. Okay, use brush. We can paint on the edge of her eyes. You can even use this to darken the lashes with a low or flow. Make sure your flow has a low percentage. Okay, use this around, create a nice contrast. Make your lashes. Guys, I'm going faster, so when you retouch your image, just take your time. Take your time. This is before, this is after. Okay, another layer is change color. Okay, this one has a black mask, so remember to use the white foreground color, since we wanted to reveal what is underneath this layer. Increase your flow. You can play around with some different settings to see what you will come up for, but you get the point. When the effect is too much, always reduce the opacity. Let's paint here. Okay. Let's paint over here. No. Do. Let's paint. As you can see, we are changing the colors of her eye. Change the color. This is color, guys. So if you wanted to change from the different perspective, so you can use this hue slide here to toggle between what color that you want. Okay, you can see. But from this image, I want to leave at it is. In this case, it should be around here. But increase some saturation a bit. You can even use this slider to make it darker or brighter. Okay, and make it darker a bit. The saturation. Before, after. Don't know if you can see the changes, but there is some changes. So let's see the overall before and after. Before, after. Let me decrease this so you can see. Yeah. Before, after. The huge change. Her eyes are now pop. Okay, before, after. Yeah, that's it. Let me delete this one. Okay, let's run a next action. Just eyes. So this one would the same as eyes makeover, but this one is for the image that, like this one, she doesn't have her teeth open, her mouth open, so we don't see her teeth we can use this just eyes too to clean up the eyes. Okay, just like so. Okay, if she don't have teeth open, you don't have to run the complete eyes makeover. You can just run this just eyes. Okay, delete this. Next action, darken eyebrow. There's darken eyebrow. We are now painting on the mask. Our foreground should be white. Remember, black mask, white foreground. White mask, a black foreground. Okay. Now, make sure your flow is around. I like to use 3 while I'm painting the lashes, the eyebrow. Sorry. Use black and start painting on the eyebrow. Make sure you use a small brush. Okay, yeah. Make her eyebrow pop. Okay. Before, after. When the effect is too much, reduce opacity. Okay. Another action, darken lashes. So if you didn't darken the lashes while you clean up the eyes, you can use this one also to darken the lashes. Same procedure here, guys. Black mask, white foreground, normal brush. Set your flow around here is fine. Then start painting over the lashes. Painting over the lashes, just like so. Yeah. Painting. Before, after. When the effect is too much, reduce. Okay. Another action is darken nostrils. This is for the nose. Okay. Let's say she has her nose not okay, so we can darken. Black, white, normal brush, paint. The effect is too much, reduce opacity. Okay, same procedure. Another action, upper eyes shadow. Okay, same procedure, guys. Increase your brush, up eyes shadow here on this color on her eyes. Okay, here. Okay, before, after. Another action, lips enhance. This one is for lips. Same procedure. Paint with white. Since your mask is black, make the flow that you want. You can even make it 100. Okay. Before, after. Okay. Same procedure. Another action. This is lips either. This one is lips too. Same procedure. painting. So you'll choose which one is works better for you between these two lips actions. Okay, before, after, before, after. When the effect is too much, decrease flow, decrease opacity. Back to another action. Select the skin tone. Okay, let me decrease our image like so. Run select action, select the skin tone. This one will this color range will open, and you can see it select the most of her skin. Okay, so from the image, this image, I can click OK, and it is fine. Let me click this. Okay, so whenever we apply, will be showing on her skin. Okay, and let me delete it and run it again. Select the skin tone. So let's say your image is different from this, and the selection it didn't pick the selection well. You can change this skin tone to the sample color. Okay, as you can see, the first pen here is to pick which color you want to select. So the white part is the section that it's selected. Okay, so we are now getting the skin tone here. Okay, now we are using the plus pen here to add a range of different color, skin color, so we can get mostly of color on the skin. Okay, you can use this there. Select it. Okay, make sure you don't select some clothes or background or anything. It's mostly on the skin. If you select it like some patchy accidentally, you can use this minus pen here to remove from some section, as you can see. Now okay, so whenever you apply let me use this. In case you don't see this property, this section here, go to the window and make sure this is checked. Properties, it will show like this. Okay, let me apply some effect here. My color tone, let me apply skin tone 6 maybe. Yeah, so this is not a color grading tutorial, guys. Okay, I'm using this as a demonstration to show you. So whenever I apply on this, it will show on the on the white part. Since I told you the white reveal and black height. Okay, so let's say our mask is not arranged well. As you can see, there is some effect here, the color, and we want to remove from this part. Okay, to remove, to erase from this part, you have to use a brush, normal brush. Make sure your color is black, since we want to hide. Okay, then increase your brush, then start erase from some parts that you don't want. Erase. Yeah, this is on the hair. Okay, so the effect will be applied only on the skin. remove on her eyes too. As I told you guys, while editing, take your time. Remove on her lips, since we don't want this skin color to be applied on her skin. Just like so. Before, after. Back to another action. Color grading adjustments. Okay. This is if you wanted to color grade your image, so you can. This is a new action I put in 2 days ago, maybe a 3, but you can run this one, and inside this color there is some 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 adjustments which you can play with to create your color grading. Okay, and there is this one is color lookup. You can take any color lookup that you want. Let's say the one we applied before. Okay, as you can see, it's applied everywhere, so we have to create a mask, a skin tone, select the skin tone first before this, then then we use this one. And there is a color balance. We can play around mid-tone, create shadow, like so, highlights. So this is for color grading. I will make a video about color grading in the next few days. Okay. Selective color, you can play around. Okay. So this is if you want to color grade your image. Okay. Vibrance, saturation, wherever, contrasting. Okay, just like so. So all the adjustments that you need to color grade your photo, your image, will be here in one place. Okay, let me delete this. Another action is add a film grain. Since you are let's say you've done to do everything on your image and you want to create a final touch, which is add a grain. I recently used a grain on my images and I loved it. This film grain is amazing, guys. You can try for yourself. Add a film grain. Continue. As you can see, guys, you can see. Let me zoom. I'm sure you can see some. Yeah. Look at this section right here. Let me show you before. As you can see, this is before, this is after. Before, after. Okay, so let's say this is grain is too much for this image and we have to reduce. Open the folder, go to the blur gallery effect here and double click. This window will open. Make sure you go to the noise, grain, then reduce amount. Yeah. reduce roughness, can even reduce size. Then click OK, and the effect will be applied. Okay, before, after. We are done here. Back to another action. Add contrast. Let's say your image has a less contrast. You can easily use this add contrast to add a contrast before, after. If the effect is too much, always your opacity is your best friend. Delete. Another action, 5% blue in the shadow. Let's say your image has a lot of yellowish or reddish, so you wanted to add some blue on the shadow. You can easily run this action here. As you can see, guys, this looks amazing. Before, after, before, after. Okay, another action, gradient map skin tone. This one, you can use this for color grading. This look alright now. This look amazing now. Before, after, before, after. You can even create a masking around skin. Or you can invite this layer to be black first. Let me show you. Control Shift I, Control I, make it invisible. Then use the white foreground brush. Increase your brush, then paint section you want to reveal the effect. Okay, take your time you have in the world to create a nice image. Okay, before, after. Another action is selective color saturation. This one is working the same as gradient map, but in some scenario this can help a lot. Yeah, almost the same. Almost the same, but this one is good for the skin tone that has a lot of colors and we wanted to switch them to be unique. You can use this one because it shifts all the color to be the same colors. Okay, use this one. Control I, to make it visible. Use the foreground white brush, then reveal the section that you want. Okay, just like so. When it's too much, decrease opacity. Opacity should be your best friend, like for real, your best friend. Don't overdo. Okay. Next one is enhance with a saturation mask. I love this action. I really do. This action is actually, you can increase saturation of the image. Is working like a vibrance. It's leave the saturated color alone and increase a saturation of the colors which are desaturated. Did you get the point? Let's say there is some color on the skin which are already saturated, but there is some color which are not saturated. So this one will increase the ones that are not saturated, okay, and leave the saturated ones alone. Before, after, before, after, okay. But why I love this image, I can actually invert this layer, okay, and decrease the color which are already saturated, okay. Let me Control I to invert. Now click on the layer icon here, then decrease the color, okay. So when I decrease the color, I actually pick the color which I want to decrease. In this case, let's say we want to decrease some reds. I can pick the reds and decrease the reds, or I can change the red to the color I want, okay, just like so. And this is color shift, guys. You can, when your image are not in the color you want, you can use this one too. As you can see, I push my reds into some yellows. Before, after, okay. So play around with it, you will love it. I'm sure. Another action, smart sharpen, okay. This is smart sharpen, guys. You can see we are increased sharpen on our image. Yeah, let me show before. This is before, after, okay. See, but you can decrease the amount of sharpen, and this is the smart way to increase sharpen of your image if needed, okay. Now it's come with the layer, which means this layer is white, so it shows everything that is underneath, yeah, from this layer. So we want to hide some section on this, okay. We can use the normal brush. Since this mask is white, we can use the black to hide some part which we don't want and paint over. Let's say I don't want this on this one, I don't want on here. Yes, yeah. So you can remove from there, okay. Another one is sharpen, the normal sharpen, which is good, yeah, completely sharpen complete. So in this sharpen, you can do the same, to use the black to hide some parts which you don't want, or you can invert to hide all the, sorry, to hide all the effect or the sharpen from image and review on the section that you want. Let's say we have changed the mask from white to black, so we have to change here too from black to white and review on the section that we only want, okay, just like so, okay. Now her eyes are pop already. Before, after. When you think the effect is too much, always your opacity is your best friend. Delete. Up to the next action, Darken Vignette. I love this too. This action actually bring attention to the model's face by adding some darkness around the edge. Okay, so your eyes will be here on the main subject. Okay, this brings attention to the model's face. Before, after, before, after. You can even decrease the opacity. Okay, another action is skin blush. Skin blush, this one from the makeup artist, they know this well. Have you seen red on the some here, around here, here and here? Yes. After do the frequency separation, Retouching burn, blah blah, everything. Remember to make this blush back, because the makeup artist did that before. Okay, reduce opacity, as you can see, before, after. Okay, another action, brunette here, brunette shiny. Let's say you want to make the overall image shiny. Brunette shine, yeah. Now you can start painting on the hair to make it shine. Not every image you can. Not every image you will use all these actions, so it takes some image to image, so you have to know what you want to do. You can run the specific action. Okay, so I'm showing you all the actions so you can understand how they work. Delete this one. Mostly of my action I use a brush. Just run an action, then use a brush to paint over. Mostly of my action you're gonna use the brush. They are as simple as that. Okay, next action is pop weight. So this one you can add some shine on section, let's say brightness here. Add some shiny. Okay, but after that make sure you use your opacity. Before, after, no, before, after. So it adds some shiny on your image. After you did the painting over the mask or anything, which you should know is remember to increase the fuzziness, so the effect will be like smooth, smooth on the edge. Okay, like this. Another action, shine and glamour. This one is making the overall image shiny. Okay, before, after, before, after. Reduce opacity. Before, after. Okay, delete that. The final, save forever. Click here and the save tab will open. In this tab, make sure I created a preset here, guys. If you don't see my preset, PrincePixeltz is so I picked my preset here and everything is ready for the export. But in case you don't know, you can check the optimized embedded color profile convert it to sRGB. The sRGB is a color mode for internet. Let's say you wanted to upload it to social media, you can make sure you check here. But if you wanted to print, just remove this and let it be RGB. Okay, you get the point. If you want to take it to social media, then make sure you check this section here. As we all know, the Instagram dimension, make sure you put the dimension here, which is 1080, just like so. The 1080, so the height will automatically be 1350. Okay, if you want to add some if you want to add some sharpen, you can change here to sharpen, or you can leave it at it was if you added so much sharpen while editing. Okay, then save. Pick where you want to save, and you should be good to go. That's it for the action pack, guys. So I'm sure you understand now how to use my action. You can even start over watching the video if you don't understand, or you can go to the specific action section. I will leave a chapter down the description, so you can know which section that you wanted to watch. You can pick section that you wanted to watch, then you can watch that part. Because this is I know it is a long video already, so I will leave chapters in the description, so you can go to the specific action that you wanted to watch, so you can even understand it better. Okay, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you subscribe and follow me on Instagram as PrincePixeltz, and yeah, tell me what you want to know on the comment section, and I will reach up to you. Thank you guys. Peace.